Alright, here we go. Greetings, weary travelers, to the Crypt of the Unknown. I am Web the Critical Android, and joining me for this commentary session, it's my friend, Stefan JD.
Saga!
Right, that's one thing you're not going to see on this.
No.
No, instead this is the SNES version of the game. For those of you who have already seen our Sega version, this is going to be very interesting, because, Stefan, have you played this version before at all?
No.
I'm going to go through and tinker with the settings here. It turns out I didn't need to. I kept it on the medium difficulty, amazing. And already we're going to see a difference here. Look at that Spider-Man sprite. Apologize for the speed up there, I accidentally hit the wrong button. But you can see, like, Spider-Man has not missed an arm day at all, and it looks like he's, like, missed none of them to the point, like, he has trouble carrying his upper body mass because he's hunched over.
Yeah, he does not walk right. That looks very weird.
Yeah. he looks like he's just like an obsessive bodybuilder.
Yeah, I feel like somebody from New York just like got in the Spidey suit and was like, "Hey, Tony,
walk in here.
Fuck out my way. Yeah, walk in here. I gotta return some videotapes, you know."
I pick up the Spidey armor there. I remember a lot of the little tricks in here, and as you can see, you got Master Chiefs running all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Team Red.
Yeah, indeed. Red versus blue, and red always wins, apparently, in this level. They've wiped out blue.
So far, kind of seeing, like, the same stuff, different levels. Obviously, it looks different because it's a Super Nintendo game.
Bigger sprites, you can see.
Yeah, I don't like the way Spidey moves, though. He looks so weird.
I know, look at him, he just looks ripped.
Yeah.
Notice the eyes glowing, though. Sometimes you can see the eyes glowing purple, and they'll do that when he's next to certain hazards. So it's kind of a nice little tip-off. Like when he's near one of the acid vats, you'll see where his eyes start glowing purple. Or when there's like a hole nearby, his eyes will glow purple too. Like there's a hole right there, and his eyes would faintly glow purple. Here's a little trick, this wall thing. If you just stick to the wall, and you keep climbing, there's going to be a point where you can actually climb all the way up, and you can avoid the wall, and there's a huge little bonus here, which gives you an extra life, refills all your energy, and gives you 99 web.
So, it gives you 99 webs, okay. Now, if only we can get the other 98 to edit these podcasts, we'll be good.
Exactly.
So, I guess he really is doing whatever Spider can, catching bad guys just like flies.
Kind of, yeah, I guess.
So that wall trap, though, is that the only way out of that? Or is that just something you figured out?
That's just something I figured out. There's actually a blue robot that you could fight to get past that part. If you fight him before the wall closes down, if you destroy him, it makes the wall retract. But that's the easier way to do it without combat and make it really easy on yourself.
Okay.
Some of these computer monitors that kick will explode. I know which ones do and don't. And I picked up some gas grenades there, which are no use whatsoever in this game.
This level is super long.
That's the thing. The SNES levels are longer than the Genesis ones. I narrowly avoid getting zapped there.
You pull your Mega Man skills for that one?
Yeah, a little bit. But in this case, I did get zapped by the other one, and it's kind of hard to tell because the way Spidey takes damage in this game is really messed up. Like, sometimes it doesn't look like he's even taking damage, and he has no iframes. So you can just get, pummeled to death really easily and, just wiped out by an explosion.
Those guys look so weird.
You can't get over the sprite?
Yeah, it's just, half body, this, hover jet. Fuck?
I know. It's really weird.
Well, hey, somebody came up with that. I don't know what they were on, but
there's Michael Chiklis. There was Michael Chiklis from The Shield right there.
Yep.
Killed him.
He used to be the Thing.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's a weird sprite.
Now here I take a side trip to go into the sewers. And you can see, look at how Spidey's eyes glow purple, because there was an explosion right there.
Oh, I see it.
So, yeah. His eyes
That's a weird feature.
It is. It's kind of fun because it does play into the Spidey sense thing. which is nice that they try that, except it doesn't work all the time. So it's like very hit or miss about what it sees as a threat.
Is that Bob the Goon?
I just call him the homeless vagrant.
Okay.
And there's Hydro Man.
Hydro Man. Yeah.
This is where you can pick up the Fantastic Four icons, which I did not use at all during the course of this game.
Do you take out Hydro Man?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Or maybe I do.
I mean...
I don't. See, here's the other thing that's really messed up in this game. Like, you can jump into the background if you know where to jump. Like, see, like there I actually jump into the background. You have to be in the very specific spots and hit up and jump, and you can leap into the background for some of these things. But you wouldn't know that without, like, this weird, really weird trial and error. It doesn't define that for you. It can be really tricky. Like, you could do that same jump 3 times and land in the background layer 1 out of 3 times. And here we have Dr. Kirk Connors with his wonderful AI, which just involves walking into my heel.
This is this is how I defeated Venom in my version. I mean, it's a powerful kick, apparently.
It is, but the AI just is really bad on it, as you could clearly see. But this is a great way to stock up on lives. This is where you can, if you know about this area and know how to navigate through it, you can just get as many lives as you're going to need for the entire course of the game. So it's kind of forgiving in its difficulty like that, even though there's so many other parts about the difficulty that are so bad. And then coming up right here, we're going to make life considerably easier because I'm about to pick up a bunch of more lives. There's one right there. And then if you kick this pipe up here, it unleashes a secret area where you can pick up another 2 extra lives and a Fantastic Four icon there. So now I'm at 14 lives. And then,
wow, this game is like just throwing lives at you.
Yeah, if you know where to look for them. Obviously, this is an optional area. You don't have to go here. And now I'm just checking to see if I picked up everything here. I couldn't remember if I did, and I did. I can't jump up there. Forgot about that part. So I took some gas to the face, some poo gas. Then jump up here. I jumped and hit the pipe because the jumping mechanics in this game are pretty terrible.
Poo gas.
Did it again. Third time's the charm, so I believe I make the jump this time around. And I do, finally. And then we just jump up here, and then we jump back up here and run out, and we get back to where we were. We start right outside of that little sewer entrance.
That's actually, I didn't show it in my version, but that's actually relative to the spot. The same exact thing, sewer entrance in the Sega version.
I'm trying to wipe out this thing, but it is really shooting me every chance it gets here.
Jesus
Finally took it out, and then here's Doc Ock, though. This is a better fight because you actually have to, trick him. So you go and hit the switch here, and then there's another secret one up you can get over here in the middle fight. We're just going to take a little side trip to pick up that one up there. And then we're going to go back and we're going to actually fight Doc Ock. So
you mean you don't just throw like 3 bombs at him and move on?
No, instead, in this case, I was trying to use the web on my web attack on him, but for some reason or another it didn't work. Button inputs being eaten. And I'm going to try to get past him here, but he's going to whip me, and then I'm going to get over here, and then, boom, we hit him like this, and then hit him again, hit him again, hit him again, and Doc Ock is down.
His face looks so funny. It reminded me of the protagonist from Zombies Ate My Neighbors, his hair.
You're not wrong.
Zach, I think his name is, yeah.
Alright, now we're at the construction zone. I'd paused the game here briefly for something. I can't remember what I was doing, but... Oh, I was saving the state, because my game crashed when I tried doing this before, and I didn't want to play it again.
Oh, okay.
Now we get Yellow Master Chief. And for some reason, the floor of the sewers explode, because, that happens in New York City all the time. And then what we're going to do here is kill Master Chief, and then we're going to drop down here, and guess where we're back in again? The sewers!
So much fun. Well, it's like the Ghostbusters said, there's so many holes in First Avenue. They didn't think anyone would notice.
Well, apparently they didn't notice that everything respawns in here, so the same thing that we did before, I can go to pick up all the 1-ups again. And I just restock on everything, which I do.
Cheater!
But you call it cheating, I call it cheating, but, it's worth it.
No, that's a big oversight, but well, you know, hey, if it works for you, get you through the game easier, then that's all that matters, right?
Well, the thing was that this game can be... We'll see this where it comes up. You'll see some of the really cheap difficulty. I mean, I've already pointed out, like, some of the jumps are complete bullcrap. But it's worth it to be able to stock up on these so that you can actually plow through the game and not have to worry about, like, that stuff. If I were speedrunning this, I wonder if I would be good enough to just not do these things all the time and go through here, or if I could just do it once and then just, like, plow through things knowing that, you know, I can just damage boost through everything. Because with this game, if you die, you start right back where you were. Like, Spider-Man just, like, picks back up from where he left off. Like, his carcass will just, like, rise from his grave.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
This is, okay. I was gonna say, this is a repeat of that fight, but yeah.
Yeah, this is just everything comes back. Like, even literally the lizard fight comes back. So it's just a matter of getting through things. But in order to open up some of the things, I don't know what triggers them. But, like, for instance, the hole right there that I'm falling down, that only opens up if you've, like, kicked a certain box open or defeated the lizard. Something like that. And then there's again, the background and foreground and jumping to things is so weird here. Like, you have to jump there, you can't just run to it.
It this can't one here, be... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, it can't be any worse than me forgetting what key cards to use and us having to talk over it for 5 minutes. So, you're good. If you mess up in any way, you're good. Because I should have cut that before we record it. And for people who watch these back to back, I apologize about that.
No, but you see now I have 22 lives, which is a lot of lives. That, and you'd think that'd be enough to cover things. And we'll see what happens here as we continue. I go ahead, get more web, even though I don't need it. And then I believe I have everything I need, so I can just try to get back out of here again. Make the jump.
Oh, you made the jump. Nice.
Yep. And now we're going back out of the sewers and back to the high-rise.
Okay. I gotta be honest, I kind of like the construction zone in my version better. I don't know if I like this one. It just looks like it honestly reminds me of the Aztec level in GoldenEye 007.
Well, the underground here does, but as you're going to see, now you're going to see where the overlap occurs.
There you go.
As we're going to go up here, and now you're going to see something that looks very familiar.
Shocker.
Yeah, there's Shocker. What a shocker. I try to jump into the background here, and there's specific ways you can do it. There it is. And he's gonna do that, but I'm just gonna run up to him, and I'm gonna do the down kick like that, and then he's down.
Wow, you committed murder.
I did. I kicked him off the top of the building.
You have the heinous Spider-Man on Super Nintendo. I didn't know this.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how I roll. And I realized, okay, I've got to actually go to the background level, and then we got to swing across here. But I missed the jump. And it's just me, or is that Galactus on the side of the building there?
Where?
I don't know if we'll see it again here. I may have passed it, but like one of those engravings on the side of the building looked like Galactus. Here I have to bounce off of these flagpole thingies. And then they got these explosive barrels everywhere. And this is like the construction area that you saw before in your game.
Mm-hmm.
And there we have, I think that's the owl. This jump is bad because I land right there and fall off the side. And fuck it. Now look at the engraving on the side of the building here. Not that one, but there's going to be another one. That to me looks like Galactus. And I think it's intentionally done so. You'll see it here in a moment, I believe. I think I actually have to fall off the building to go back up. Apparently we're not going to see that engraving. Oh well. Alright, we're going to try this again now. As I'm going back, swinging around, and I accidentally fall down the hole. We're back here.
You know what, though? I will say, I hate absolutely almost all of the animations for him, except for the swinging one. That one looks legit pretty cool.
Look for Galactus up here. Right there. Did you see it?
That was definitely Galactus. Oh, and that looks like Doctor Strange or maybe Dormammu or somebody.
Maybe
on that other one. Yeah.
I'm really trying to get back up here. I'm a little irritated again now because I've already been up here 3 times now.
Somebody's probably correcting us, like, it's actually Dr. Doom, you dumbasses.
And then I fall down the hole again.
Third time's a charm.
Get past Michael Chiklis again, and we're trying this one more time. At this point in time, I am really irritated.
I just want to get the fucking recording for the fucking show.
Basically, yeah. That's how it was.
That's
Land
how I
here,
was there.
Jump up here. And this is kind of, those flagpoles are kind of like, you know the musical note blocks in Mario 3?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then Owl's down here, he's trying to kill me, and I'm just like, fuck you, man. And then he stabs me in the back.
Bro.
Rise from your grave. Alright, kick him.
He took a sensu bean.
Yes, he did. Been watching more Dragon Ball Super?
Yeah.
And there, he's dead. He's dead. I killed the old guy. He's dead. We're done.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, like currently on like episode 60 of Dragon Ball Super, or not Super. Is it Super?
I don't know. You're the one watching it.
I don't. Yeah, I guess.
Are you watching
so,
Super or Kai?
No, it's Super. It's so good though, because Super is the continuation of the story, right?
Right. Unless you're watching Dragon Ball GT, which nobody does.
No. I went through all that once, and I will never do it again in my life.
And notice how large the spider, like, alien slayer sprite here is, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's really well detailed.
I like it. He acts the same way in this game that he does in the other one. Oh, you get little blood spurts, though.
Yes. I think they're more acid spurts, because I think they hurt you if you come into contact with them.
Goo.
And now we go to the next section of the construction area, which is basically the other level that you had in your game. Except this one's a bit more detailed. I gotta go through all this stuff. At this point in time, I can't remember where I am. I've accidentally hit the L button, which made me stick to the ceiling, so I didn't know where Spider-Man went. Here's a nice little trick. These enemies, you can actually get them to kill each other if you do this right. If you jump up, like, they will shoot each other.
Oh, it's like Doom.
Yeah, kinda. Doom was from a side scroller with Spider-Man. Yeah, totally.
Well, if you get the enemies to hurt each other in Doom, they'll start fighting each other.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's like that then.
Mm-hmm.
And here you got this little spider slaying bots that I'm one from killing there. Kick it enough times, pick up the health icon, and then there's Hammerhead, a mob boss at a construction yard. Who would have thought? And he's dead.
Yeah. He just looks so funny laying there.
It's one of the best parts, the character animations when they die. They're just like stuck laying there. And you can see here the shoddy hit controls, like, because watch when I jump, boom, you see how I just slip right off the side there?
Yeah, I don't like that kick. I like the Sega version better. You actually get a double kick in the Sega version. Like if you hit it right, you can hit him twice in one kick.
Well, you can do that with this spinning kick that I was doing there, because if you do the spinning kick, the roll hits them and counts as damage, and the kick counts as damage.
Lies.
But I don't know if that is a glitch or if it was an intended mechanic.
You lied to me.
Did not lie to you. Then I realized, oh, that's right, I gotta jump up here and do this, and then just kind of kick him, and then kill him. And we're still climbing up, and I remember at this part, if you stick to the ground, there are holes. I don't want to fall in any of those, so I just stick to the ceiling. And then I know there's holes in the ground somewhere here, so I'm jumping mostly to try to avoid them, because I don't remember exactly where they are. And you see I triggered one, but I missed it. And here's bad jumping mechanics again. I kick this, fall down here, but I try to jump, and it brings me back up into the cabin, as you saw there. So now I gotta wait for the platform to come back, which I'm not happy about.
This is going on for way too long. These levels are way too long.
I agree. That's another one of these the faults of the game. A longer level is not necessarily a good level.
Oh, hey, look, America.
Fuck yeah. And also, see, I'm trying to hit down an A to like drop down, but it's not working. Like you have to be right there, and then I get stuck there again. So I get stuck there again. And now I'm just pissed.
Yeah.
Like, this is shoddy game design when it comes to that stuff. Like, I like the fact that you can interact with background objects. It's nice. But if you don't implement it right, you're just hurting the player.
Spider-Man, fuck yeah. Hammerhead, fuck yeah. Construction sites.
Spider-Man didn't miss arm day. Yeah, look at my pecs. Is there someone behind me? I better check. Oh, never mind. Now I finally make it on there. And we're moving. Who's behind me? Anybody? I better check again. Is somebody behind me? Look at my pecs. And then we're going to jump up here, and now we're at the last part of this level. And I tried to get clever here. I thought, you know what? Maybe I should try to use the grenades.
Like I did.
Yeah. So I thought maybe I should try to do this. Maybe I should try to do the grenades.
What is that in the background, like hovering there? Doesn't look like a blimp.
I think it might be the shield carrier.
Oh, shit. That's actually pretty neat, then. That is pretty rad. I like that.
So I can't even tell if the grenades are hurting. So at this point in time, I've decided, screw it. I'm going to try the other grenade. And again, I can't tell if it's hurting it or not. It just looks like it's flying by it. So it's like, you know what? Hell with it. I'm just going to kick the thing like I always do. But the hitboxes are so weird on it. Because you can't really tell if you're hitting it. Sometimes you can, like clearly that was, but that didn't do anything. That blew up its front gate. That blew up the tail. And so now it's just a matter of repeatedly kicking it. Which I'm doing. But it hits me with a missile. Hits me again. And it blows up at the same time that I die. But fortunately, I can rise from my grave.
I like how on Webb's recording his Spider-Man video, he's being all informative, and on mine it's like, yeah, fucking whatever.
Now here's the Brooklyn Bridge level that you said this was a bonus level in yours, right?
It's a secret level, so there's always two paths you can take in any level, like the sewer kinda, but the sewer you can't actually end the level on, but the Brooklyn Bridge you can. So you could swing from one side to the other, and actually the Brooklyn Bridge, you can't go down on anything. You have to swing almost the whole time across from it. And I mean, there's like one or two little platforms or something, but in this version, it looks like there's more, maybe boats and stuff.
There are.
In the Sega version, no, you have to swing, like, if you fuck up a swing, you're dead. That's why I never go that route.
Yeah, this one is mandatory. You have to do these things, but there is still a little secret here if you know to look for it, and we're gonna see it because I did find it. It's not that hard to find. You just have to know not to finish the level here. So if you just go down here, you pick up that and get an extra life, full health, 99 webs, and then end the level. And that's the shortest level in the game.
Wow. Don't you miss all that time we used to have where we could just figure stuff out like that in games?
Yeah, I do miss that stuff. And here you see where Coney Island is going to have very distinct parts to it. Like here we have Spider-Man walking to a live fire area, which I admit that damage was, I own that. That was my bad.
So far, I'm kind of liking Sega's Coney Island better. Although I think the Brooklyn Bridge in this game looks slightly better with the sunset.
And for some reason, I fell down into a sand pit, but I'm right back. And I keep trying to go, and I fall down to another sand pit. But I'm back.
Yikes.
At this point in time, it's like, okay, I'm not going to try to jump it. I'm just going to swing over shit. There's more sand pits. Though, unfortunately, and this is the thing that kind of irks me, I go all this way. I'm going all this way. I kick him into a sand pit, thank God. But I just pick up an extra life. So, oh great, I lost 2 to pick up that 1. It's like, God damn it.
Does whatever a spider can. Look out, here comes Webb's spider playthrough.
This is not a very good speed run. Considering the time I wasted. And then you can't get back up there. So it's like, okay, well, now what do I do? It's like, okay, I better just go all the way through because I don't remember this part very well. And I didn't miss this. I didn't see the springboard there. I don't know why I didn't. Probably because I kicked the guy over it. So now just walking because I don't want to fall into another sand pit. Don't want to run.
Yeah, you're not center screen. You're like a little leaning towards it, which sucks.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there are certain games where if you get ahead like that, you can reset the camera by like repositioning your sprite for the scrolling of it. This is not one of those games. But then the springboard brings me back up, and then I start going, and I go up here, and then I'm like, oh, wait a second, what's this? I can fall down there. Guess where it brings me?
Sewer.
Yes. And we're back here.
He's just like, back to kick my ass again, eh?
We'll like kick his chin.
Yeah.
Maybe he's developed new tactics this time.
Spidey's like, I'm here to take ass and kick names.
Pretty much. And he's dead again. So now I go through the process again of just getting more and more extra lives. And as you'll notice, like I said, to see where the holes were normally there, you'd fall down, they're not there right now. It's because I didn't kick the right boxes that would open those things. Like, I got to kick over that washer dryer there. Down in the sewers. That's where Kurt does his laundry.
Right next to Bob the Goon.
Yes, right next to Bob. Homeless. Just chilling. And then, because I defeated the lizard, I can go up here. And then grab the 1-ups again and the Fantastic Four thing. And then, of course, kick that pipe. Kick that pipe.
My favorite new punk band.
I was gonna say it's my favorite Spinal Tap album. Kick that pipe.
I think that was the Doors' last greatest hit, wasn't it?
Come on, baby, kick that pipe.
Come on, baby, kick that pipe. Come on, baby, kick that pipe. All right, yeah.
I think that was a top 10 hit in the UK, but never really crossed over big in the US.
Yeah, the UK, I mean, they're not only scared of pipes, but Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, the nunchucks. That's why they made it Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were afraid of the nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
And
not the scythe or the sword.
No, but the nunchucks. Well, because they were afraid that British gang members would start using nunchucks.
Man, that's just...
I know, it's weird.
It's weird.
Never mind the amount of skill and dexterity needed to use nunchucks properly.
Yeah.
It's pretty devastating.
Seriously.
Did you notice the Mortal Kombat logo on that arcade machine down there?
Mm-mm.
Well, you missed it, but it was there.
Surprised they got away with that.
I'm surprised too. Go all the way up here for nothing. I actually had to fall back down. Kill that clown. He had it coming. You might see... No, I don't think...
Do you get Scorpion and Rhino in here, just like in the Sega one?
You don't get Scorpion. We will get Rhino in a second there.
Okay. Actually, Scorpion, I think... I killed him in my playthrough, and if you kill him, it actually unlocks a secret area that I didn't go to. So he's actually a secret within himself for defeating that mini-boss.
I will say, I like the larger sprites, because Rhino, you can actually see him, trying to, breathe and bulk up and whatnot. He's still very easy. His
face, he looks like a college kid that got into a Rhino outfit for the Coney Island.
A little bit, yeah.
Funny. Yeah.
And then we kick this and we go, and here's the next section of Coney Island. And this is where we start getting bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember this because you used it on... What were we talking about? Something.
We're probably talking about Spider-Man?
No. Were we?
I think we were talking Maximum Carnage, right?
Maximum Carnage, that's right.
Which is, in fact, Spider-Man.
Yes. Well, no, he's not. Maximum Carnage, the character, isn't Spider-Man.
Well, Maximum Carnage isn't the character either. His name is Carnage, and he's at Maximum.
Exactly. He's always at Maximum.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Carnage doesn't have, a minimum Carnage.
He doesn't.
I'm just gonna go minimum Carnage today. I don't want to go all out. Just a minimum right now. That's all I need.
I just want to... I just want to draw a picture of Carnage next to an amp. He says, these go to 11. That's all I do is Maximum.
It's true. This entire level is bullshit. Because this part is just a mess of poor jumping mechanics and everything combining together. So you have to know where to web swing. It's all a whole bunch of bullshit.
This looks like what you got those 22 lives for.
This is what I got those 22 lives for. You're not wrong.
Yeah, this is even the enemies are kind of like a more friendly version of the Sega ones. I'm guessing because it's SNES.
Maybe. I mean, that guy, he was a fire breather, and he's shirtless. I mean, so he's looking for a fight because he's not wearing a shirt.
A firefight. Fire.
Quite literally. And now I'm trying to remember, take a pause there to remember what the hell I'm doing in this level.
You're like, what am I doing at all? What
am I doing with my life?
Yeah. Why am I wasting it on this terrible game?
This part's awful because you have to make this jump, and now I'm back down, and it's like, oh, fuck my life. That's the feeling I have right now. It's just, fuck my life. Why am I recording this?
Who would have knew that Spider-Man, the animated series video game, would give such a introspective nightmare?
Well, it's just, there's so many parts of this particular level that are really bad. Like you said, the levels are too long. Like, this didn't need to be in here.
This could be totally cut out. Do you even go through the funhouse?
That's still part of this level. We just haven't gotten there yet.
Oh my god.
I know, it's a marathon level. And I've already fallen down again, so now I have to get back to where I was again.
Yeah, because Webb, he told me, like, it's an hour and 10 minutes long. I'm like, wow, I wonder why.
And this is partly why. I mean, granted, I'm making mistakes, but
still, yeah. But you wouldn't be making them if this had been cut, which it should have been.
Right, and not to mention the fact that I think anybody playing this game would actually be faring a lot worse than what I am doing right now.
That's true. Yeah, this would definitely take some practice, that's for sure.
And mind you, I haven't played this game, that part where, like, I recorded footage for, when we did the Maximum Carnage thing. I hadn't played this game in a while, before then. So this is, really, these are my first 2 playthroughs of this game in years. So a lot of this is just going based off of memory.
Like we talked about, that kind of weird muscle memory that you either kind of have a little bit or you have none of.
Yeah, and this fight here is complete bullshit. Because you have to, he flies up whenever you get near him. Because you see the level changes whenever you change. So you have to, like, get up and you have to try to kick him, but the hitbox for your foot is so precise that there's times where I'm clearly making contact, but it doesn't register.
Oh, I'm sure you've already played it. Spider-Man NES, Return of the Sister 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same that Electro fight. This is exactly what that reminds me of.
Fall down right there, and I'm thinking, oh god, I gotta go back up now. So I am not a happy camper at the moment, having to go back through this bullshit. And then I fall down even further, and I have to go back. I have to go back and do this all over again. I have to get back up here. I'm on 2 health, so 1 hit and I'm basically dead.
You're like, what's it all for? What's the meaning of life?
There is no meaning at this point in time. Make the jump. Gotta get ready for another jump here. And this one I just have to... And I fall down into the hole because he did not jump when I hit the jump button.
I can almost hear exactly how you would sound when you died right there. It's like, fuck it.
Yeah, pretty much. Because again, as I've mentioned before, this game eats inputs. If you try to jump or do anything at a certain point in time, the character will just not respond.
Yeah. It's a very stiff game, and, like, so stiff that, like, exactly, like, when you land right there, and if you tried to do something, you'd actually have to wait. It wouldn't do the input to the control in any way.
And now I'm going to carefully jump over this hole and try to confront him again. Try to kick him. It's still not working. So I have to play the elevation game here. And I thought, okay, well, if I jump over here, maybe to this side, it would help if I try to get up here. But I was like, well, where did he go? I can't leave the level.
You know, it'd be more annoying, and I'm sure this isn't in the game, is if when you try to go up and kick him, if he just cackled at you. That would be the worst.
Like the dog from Duck Hunt?
Yeah, or like, oh man, what's that movie called? Happy Gilmore, when he tries to hit the ball into the clown. He's just like,
Yes, that would be more annoying.
Oh, man.
I got a solid kick on him that time. But alright, there's another one. But trying to replicate this process is so difficult. Not just because of the stiff controls, but because of the poor hit detection, and because the AI on him is just so unfair.
I don't remember asking you, was this a game you owned or rented?
Owned. I owned this game. I got it used from Blockbuster.
Oh. Because everyone was like, fuck that game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was actually the response, was fuck that game.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm cursing so much tonight. I think because I had a long day.
Well, it's fair. With a game like this, I mean, it's not... Alright, here we go. I kicked him again.
Yeah. Good job.
There's some games where you can understand, like, okay, it's fair, but it's difficult, but it's fair, so I don't feel like I'm wasting my time playing this game because it's a fair challenge that I can overcome. And this one borders right on the edge of fairness and unfairness, where there's times where the challenge is basically fair, or it would be if it weren't for the shoddy controls. But it's a game I know I can beat because I can overcome those controls. It's just sections like this take way longer than they should, and now he's finally down. And I decided that I'm just going to, I'm so angry, just hump the carcass.
You're gonna clam slam.
Yeah, I was fed up. And now, the level still isn't over, because now we hit the fun section.
Oh, wow. Man, this is way too long.
I know.
Oh, that part looks cool. The little, like, cave area right there.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me of, what was it called? The Abyss or whatever in Maximum Carnage?
Yeah.
The club? Yeah.
And there's the Tinkerer, who we do not fight.
No, weird. He's just DJing.
Yeah. That's all he's doing right back there.
He's probably playing...
Sounds like a weird mix of the James Bond theme.
All our times have come.
He's playing Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah.
Or is he playing our version? Actually, Fear the Reaper.
Through the wind, the summer, the rain.
It's a really bad thing.
In the Coney Islands.
Come on, baby.
Don't fear the Reaper.
Watch out for Mysterio. And the Green Goblin's head. And those stupid hammers. Oh, we fell down a hole. La, la, la.
La, la.
In this case, we actually have to fight Mysterio.
Oh, man. God, your health gets eaten up like crazy in this game.
Yes, it does. And I decided I was going to hump Mysterio a little bit, too. I was so irritated at this level. I was just really angry.
He's just back at Ravencroft like, he humped me. Oh, Mysterio, come on. Spider-Man would never do that.
I swear, he humped me.
He humped me.
Repeatedly. And I fall down the hole again, and now I'm just angry.
And as I lay there in morbid pain, he kept falling down the hole right and laughing at me.
I don't know why. All I did was a normal thing where I tried to kill him and we fight, but this time he seemed to take it personally.
He humped me, I'm telling you.
Okay, so we go...
Oh shit, okay, no, I remember this part. Oh, those blocks are kind of cool. I like that design as well.
Yeah, going over here, and it's a nice rooftop, nice layers of scrolling in the background, as you can see.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. I do like that a lot.
I know not to fall down there, because that's a trap. So I kick it, and it opens the mouth, and now I can go through. And this level still isn't over, which is the thing that is so frustrating about this entire game, is this level is still not over.
That should have been the boss fight right there.
It should have been. Up on that rooftop should have been the boss fight. But I am almost there. So I fall down here, or try to. I've got to find a spot where I can actually hit down an A, pick up the Spidey armor, and then I try to go up here only to realize it's a dead end. But there is an extra life up there which I pick up, so now I have 25 lives, which you think would be enough.
I used to own the issue with the Spider-Man armor, the green like shiny one. I forget what issue that is. I need to get that again.
And now we're about to face the boss of this level. So we go up here, and finally it's Green Goblin. And he's shooting missiles, but fortunately I know how to fight this guy. It's just a matter of getting the kicks in. And you can't tell, but those rolling kicks are hitting him. You can see the glider nudge back a little bit.
Yeah, it's just barely moving back.
So, as you can see, this is a pretty easy fight, all things considered. He's shooting me a little bit, but it's not too bad. And then one more kick, I think, a solid kick here will knock him off the glider. He throws a pumpkin bomb. There, he's down. So now it's just a ground level fight. He's going to get back up here in a second, and he's just going to run back and forth. He's going to shoot me a few times. He's going to just run. Look at that run cycle.
No, 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 no.
And then I kick him and I electrocute him to death, and now he's dead.
Oh my god, that murderer.
I know. But I didn't hump him, at least.
Did he hump you too, Green Goblin? No.
Now he just electrocuted me.
And he broke my glider. I was 3 payments away from owning it.
Now we're in J. Jonah's penthouse. And this level is not at all in the Sega version.
Oh man, this is
I know.
interesting.
I know. And here we have Michael Chiklis again.
New shirt I see from the local Hot Topic.
Yep. And
The women's section.
we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna use twin brother Dave Chiklis. And we're just gonna kick Dave in the solar plexus about 8 times to drop him.
I get that joke.
And then we're just looking all over here, and I fall down. I realize, shit, there's a pit there. But guess where it leads me to?
The sewer.
We're back here again.
That'd be cool if every time you come back, he's just got like a new like broken appendage all bandaged up.
Why do you keep
Not
coming
again.
back? Why are you doing this to me, Spider-Man? I just want to be left alone. Oh my goodness. So we pick up some more extra lives here. I tried to land on that pipe. There we go. So I can pick up more gas grenades I'm not going to use. Fall down here, get the extra life. At this point in time, I'm ignoring the homeless vagrant. I don't care anymore. I've been here like 4 times. Don't care. He won't jump. Spider-Man wouldn't jump there. That's why I was pacing back and forth. He literally would not jump when I hit the button.
Come on, baby, kick that pipe. All right, yeah.
Put your hands on the road. Your pipe and your kick up on the pipe.
More than kicking a pipe.
Well, I kicked a little pipe about an hour ago. Got the
man.
kick pipe rising.
Kick pipe rising.
Every Doors song is actually just a reference to Spider-Man kicking that pipe.
I still like that Jimmy Fallon one. Reading Rainbow.
So now I've got 31 lives. 32 lives. And I'm just getting out of here again. So, 32 lives to beat the rest of the game. And the worst part about going through the sewers again, though, is that when you get back up, it starts you right back at the beginning of the level. So now I'm trying to escape from the background. Succeeded.
Part of me was going to say, like, wait, why is he here? Which villain would he face? Oh, that's right, Smythe.
Yes. So he passed by Michael and his brother Dave. Dave's like, don't you want to play? Like, no, we're taking the escalator. Sorry, Dave. Go talk to Mike. And here's where we get to another annoying jumping section. And, oh, by the way, the Vulture's here now.
I never liked the way that Vulture looked, gotta be honest.
I don't either. Can we talk about how great Michael Keaton was as the Vulture?
Oh my god, it was so good.
To me, one of the best scenes in comic book movie history is that scene where he's driving Peter and his date to the prom.
Oh my god, talk about, oh, so good.
The tension in that scene, where you just see that Michael Keaton, I keep calling him by his real name, but you see where the Vulture has like put 2 and 2 together, and he's just like adding it, and he's having that conversation, like shit, he knows, he's putting it together, and he's right there. And then here's the Beetle, who I am just going to try to defeat with, oh, he kills me. But that's okay. Spider-Man just had a headache. He's getting back up. And now I don't know where the Beetle is. He's got to be somewhere, right? Got to be somewhere. There he is. And watch this death animation here in a second.
I like when you look up, your hands look all
Wait for
thriller.
it. Wait for it. This section is platforming hell because the jumping mechanics are already terrible, and you got these small platforms to land on. And now we have to web swing. Kill that guy with some webbing. And now we just got to get across here. And oh shit, the vulture's back again. Great. Yeah. And here's a really bad jumping part. Like, you actually have to jump. Like, exploit that. Like, to get up there. Like, it's just like an exploit. Like, you can jump through a certain part of a barrier that normally you can't jump through. And I don't know why that is.
No, it's the same thing in the Sega version. Remember when I had to, like, jump through that, like, part to get up to the second floor in the construction zone?
That's right.
It's so odd.
Yeah, it's not a really good mechanic at all. At least this game utilizes web swinging to a point where it's like, okay, well, Spider-Man would realistically be doing this, so I'm glad that they have it in the game. It's just so poorly implemented.
Yeah. It's almost like they were trying to do some sort of 3D-esque thing, but they didn't figure out how to do it properly.
And here I have fighting the Chameleon, who has partially changed into the Owl, and now he's changing into the Rhino.
I do like the Chameleon.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice that they included him in here.
Are you trying to say something about the Sega one?
Yes. Yes, I am. And now he changed into this robot here. This is the robot that got crushed by the wall back in the first level, so this is actually his second appearance. And now the Chameleon he collapses out of exhaustion. But now we're to the second level, the modern art gallery of Jonah Jameson's apartment.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is that statue attacking you?
Yes, it is. They're sentient statues. They just spin and hurt you.
Alright.
I know.
Right.
Wait till you find the one that throws bombs.
Oh my god, what was that?
His faces.
Oh my god.
Hi dear, face here.
Holy hell.
This is the cameo appearance from Nick Jr.
Yeah, I was like, hey Janet, you want to put your face in the game?
There's another face. It's modern art. You can't appreciate it? Is that what you're saying?
It's like Doom Guy's other brother.
Here's a statue that just throws explosives. Like explosive discuses. Why? I don't know. But it just does.
Man, this is a very strange level.
Yeah, this has no place in the game. So I finally get that guy dead, so I can actually get back up here, I hope. And my web went through the ceiling, so it was not easy. Oh, no, okay, just do that. And then I just... Again, web went through the ceiling. You saw that, right? You saw what happened.
That happens in the Sega one, too. Don't worry.
And then I realized it's a dead end. And I was like, oh, fuck my life. So I had to actually get over here, deal with another discus explosive throwing statue. Just like you have to deal with in real life. And I'm happy because I know I'm near the end of the level. I have to at least get up here, and I can see, if we jump up there, there's Smythe in his car, just waiting for me. This is what bosses do in their off time. They just wait. It's like, I know he's down there. I'm just going to stay up here for a while and sit in my car.
That damn Spider-Man.
I should have brought a magazine.
He better not fuck up my funny face art gallery.
The damage boost through that statue, if you want to call it a damage boost.
There you go.
Alright, now we're almost to Smythe. Like that statue's like, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so here comes an epic fight. Now this is much closer than I thought it was going to be. Like, this is pretty tense.
The penthouse fight.
Yep. Wait for it. Second phase. And Smythe is down.
Hadouken!
I just kick him in the chest like 16 times, and that's all it took. So you've managed to round up all those psychos and stuff them back into Ravencroft. So what's to keep him from breaking out of that house of cards again? Just me, Venom. That good enough for you? Not this time. I've got a solution that'll save the taxpayers some cash. I'll pay a visit to Ravencroft and put an end to this crime wave permanently by defunding the police. I mean, no, by killing them. Because I'm Venom. Just great. I thought he was going to implement a new tax policy, but now he's a vigilante out to kill criminals. This was my life capturing. I better get to Venom. And now we're in Ravencroft.
He's like, Ada, wait! I mean, Venom, wait!
And at this point in time, I am saving the game again because I am paranoid about a system crash.
Wow, this looks very like Aliens right now.
Oh, I know. It's terrible because it's a maze. This is actually a maze. You got these elevators everywhere, and the only way to progress, as you're going to see here, is that you actually have to find your way through this. And you can't just fall into these things. You actually have to take the elevator to go into them. Otherwise, you can't just like fall into the hallways. And then you actually have to explore each one, find things. Because I try to fall down there, but it won't let you fall in. You actually have to use the elevator.
And Sega's Ravencroft is pretty straightforward.
And unfortunately now you have to do a boss rush, where you have to fight all the enemies that you fought before.
I know you kind of like that a little bit, just because you're a Mega Man fan. And I mean, I am too, but to a lesser extent. But
I like it in Mega Man, I do not like it here.
Okay, and then I do like the actual showing them coming out of their cells going from secure to unsecure. That's pretty neat.
That part is neat. However, this is just annoying.
Yeah, sorry, it says alert, not unsecure. Secure to alert. Enough. Yeah.
And we're same tactics work. He's down again. Got some live wires that just come out, just like as you do in most prisons. All prisons have that, though, when you think about it.
Live wire.
When you said that, it almost reminded me of that advertisement for that board game Crossfire from back in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
Crossfire. Yeah, get caught up in the Crossfire. Crossfire. Yeah.
Crossfire. Yeah, that's exactly.
That kid's like pumping his fist. Like, yeah.
So rad.
It really is. and I'm losing my way through this maze because this really is just a maze of elevators and identical hallways.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Now, here's what I don't understand. Why did they lock up the robot? How do you put a robot in prison?
Couldn't they just have dismantled them?
I know,
right?
Yeah. Put him in prison. And like, why are these things still here?
I am liquid metal over endoskeleton.
I don't understand some of the decisions they make with taxpayer money in Ravencroft.
Man.
And that's locked, so I know that there's a boss somewhere back here I did not fight. So now I have to try to go back and find where they are. But unfortunately, the hallways, like I said, are identical, so I don't know where it is. Oh, and here's Mysterio. So we're going to kick Mysterio in the groin several times. Wait for him to reappear. You'd think with his teleportations, he could just, like, escape.
Hey, fishbowl head.
He is fun. I did like his portrayal by Jake Gyllenhaal, too, in Far From Home.
Yeah, although I kind of wish he was more in the suit, but we had more of the smoke and mirrors, but we got that one scene.
We did. He was still good in it. He was still good.
He was still real good, and I like how it tied together with Tony Stark, but...
Yeah, I like how the shadow of Tony Stark looms over those movies, as it should, considering how big of a figure he was in the movies, and the fact that if it wasn't for Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr., we would not have the Marvel Universe.
Pretty much.
Actually, it's because of Iron Man that cinema has been ruined for years, because just think, if Iron Man had failed, we would not have had all of, like, the Marvel Comics movies. We wouldn't have DC trying the same thing. We wouldn't have people trying to do extended universes all the time. That one movie changed the shape of cinema for the next, 12 years.
Next 12 years. Well, don't tell Scorsese that. He disagrees.
Well, I mean, Scorsese is right in the sense of, comic book movies are not necessarily good cinema in terms of, the classic definition of cinema. You don't get... I miss, like, just one-shot stories. You go to a movie, you watch a story, that's it. It's a good feeling. There's Scorpion. That's the one I forgot. So we're just going to kill Scorpion.
Or movies that were supposed to be one-shot, and then they were so popular they made sequels.
Right. I mean, there's just something to be said about a self-contained story that you can just watch and then digest it afterwards. Like, I'll be honest with you. After Endgame, I felt like I didn't need to watch any more Marvel Cinematic Universe movies because they told the story, the story's over, and I'm good now.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been okay if they just did, like, actual shows of Marvel characters. Like, they're going to do one of Moon Knight and Scarlet Witch and Vision. You know, like, I would have just taken that, sure.
But, like, I felt like they had told a story with the films that's like, okay, it's over now. I feel satisfied with it. I don't have to spend and devote my time and energy to watching all these movies anymore. And I fell down the hole again. The jumping mechanics in these elevators are so bad. Yeah. I realize I just have to swing. Like, if I want to do this safely, I just need to swing.
I gotta say, this is probably the lowest point of the game for me. Everything else, I mean, granted, it was long on every level, but this one's probably got the worst bit. It's just so drab.
It's like playing the original NES Metroid.
Yeah. I do love that game, but it is.
The problem is, like, with the NES Metroid, there was just, like, no map. And I'm waiting here to see if Rhino's gonna... Alright, oh, and he played me. The bastard played me. So, now, because there's not enough room to jump, really, over him, this is not an easy fight at this point in time. So, I think...
I was gonna say, I wonder what those grenades would have done at this point. I wonder if they did any damage to the Spider Slayer to begin with.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Spider Slayer, apparently they decided that it's okay to lock that up too.
Wow. There you go. There you go. Speak and he shall appear.
Like, why? Why did they put this in prison? It's not even sentient.
This is why I never say Spider Slayer in the mirror 3 times a night.
Smart decision.
Yes. Man, I do like how the eyes light up though, and kind of like glow a little bit. That's pretty good. Illuminating. The rest of it doesn't look as cool as it does in the comics though. It's kind of small actually. And which is fine.
Here's Smythe again, and I start kicking him, and I was like, wait a second, I have an idea. I wonder if this will work again.
Cheap shot.
Apparently it worked the second time. Now, here's what I get a little confused here, because I'm wondering where I'm supposed to go. Because I know there's other places to go to here. But then I realize, there's fucking more hallways here. And this is just getting very not nerve-wracking, but it's just playing on my nerves here. Just like, it's got to end eventually, right? Like, it's got to end eventually. I think I've killed everybody who I've seen. Like, everybody who showed up in this game I've now killed. Including Mike and his brother Dave.
Oh my god. This
I'm wondering,
level is so long.
I know. I was like, something's supposed to pop out of here? I don't remember. So, it's like, okay, back to the elevator. It's just an infuriating level. And I'm getting shot by guns, and then I realize, oh wait, there's a gate over there. I saw it on the ground, but I didn't realize it at first. There's like a gate that you can kick, but I haven't realized it yet. I see it now, but at the time I haven't realized it. So I'm going to go back here and think that, alright, there must be something I missed back here. I keep running into this. Oh wait, shit, there's a grate there.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Nice.
And then it's only for that, and I think, shit. Well, what did I miss? There's got to be something else somewhere, right? So I try to go back up here, thinking, did I forget something? Nope, it's just that. And there's one up there that I get, so I got 30 lives. I go through here, and this is just leading me back, thinking maybe I forgot something. It's like, no, I dropped down from here, so it can't be this way. I'm gonna have to go back down again, and then check all these hallways. Nothing there. I realize there's gotta be something I missed. So I go through here, and then I look, there's no grate, but I look up top, and I can see at the top of the screen the hallway with the grate there. So now at least I know where I've got to go. So I run through and get shot a few times, but I see the grate, kick it open, and now I'm through.
Wow,
Go down
that
here.
probably drove somebody mad all weekend one day.
Probably.
Somebody played this part, yeah, and they were like, "Oh, the fucking great!"
I got another one up. I've got Spidey armor, even though I've just used up a good chunk of it. And I can't remember if there's anything else I had to face. I'm a little nervous about it all, but I'm looking through. I don't see anything on the right-hand side, so I gotta check the left-hand side. I pick up the webbing just in case.
Just in case it's all full. Although I have run out of webbing in this game before, so it kind of does go by fast.
It does. Look up here. It was just another extra life, so now I got 32 lives. I realized I can just go down here, run to the left, see if there's anything over here, run to the right, and who shows up but the Spider Slayer alien again, tearing through my health bar. Fortunately, he's got a pretty easy pattern to identify, so it's not really that bad of a fight.
Now it really looks like aliens.
I know, doesn't it?
Crazy.
Fortunately, it's not game over for me. Yet. I don't know why I hit him and he killed me. But now it's game over for him, and I'm not even going to watch the explosion. I'm just done. Getting through here. And now we're in the reactor core. The last part of Ravencroft. But this part is where the key cards come into play. At this point, I am very tired of this game. The overly long levels. It's like it has gone to the point where this game is not fun anymore. So I decided just like, you know what? I got 32 lives. Fuck it. I'm not even going to bother dodging some things anymore. As you're going to see, I'm just going to start running through stuff because I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like, right there. These things that are Ravenscroft, these spike mashers.
Wow.
Fuck it. Running through.
Yeah.
Picked up a key card there.
The background does look slightly better in this one than the second one.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized there's got to be something over here. So I have to jump on these spinning discs things.
Oh man, I'm surprised Mega Man has never had those.
And here's where you had to input cards. So I go down and select a card, and access denied. So it's not the right card. So there's 4 cards for these things. Now I got to find them all. Fortunately, I fall down here to realize there's a card.
So wait, you get the cards in the room?
Yes, apparently they keep the cards to the prison scattered about the cells near the electrical wires.
Okay, because if anyone remembers in the Sega one, or I don't know when these are going to be released, probably around the same time. But in the Sega one, you get a card from each boss,
right?
And they're trying to get them out or whatever. I don't know what the story was, but
neither of those cards work for this. So I have got the wrong cards on me. So now I've got to just continue to move forward. Kick that thing, blows up. I was going to try crawling on the ceiling, but then figured, fuck it. Access granted. I got one of the cards. So there's only 3 more to go, 2 more to find. And look, oh, there's this, a charging station. I hit the switch. And I don't remember what that does in terms of like what the charging station does, but there's the yellow key card. So I picked that up. And then here's a hallway where I just decided I'm going to swing through. Blue key card, that's the last key card. And you go, screw it, there's going to be things on the floor. I've got 30 lives, I'm just going to run. Don't care. Don't care.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out.
Here comes the I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
So at this point in time, I've got a lot of things. I'm just taking damage. Don't care, don't care, don't care.
You're like literally like, fuck it.
Yes. It's like I can't go up there because I have to climb up all the way, so Spider-Man doesn't use his ladders. He just like touches them and sticks to them. Trying to get out of this hole. Not happy about it. Swing over, whatever. Access
That's
granted.
what Spider-Man says. Swing over, whatever.
At this time, I know I can... There's a key card over there, but I want to get back up to the top because there's another one through here. So...
You're like, Master, fuck it.
So, before we do the masher, there is the keycard station here. I am just going to go through here and grab it fast and get this done and over with. So I don't have to go through this section again. Tank the hit. Go here. Code yellow. Use the yellow. Access granted. Now I just have to get to the red station, which is back up in like the first part of the floor. So I have to go through the mashers. I've got 29 lives, so again, do you think I care? No. I don't. 28 lives, I'm still good.
This is interesting to see, though, because this is, just for, like, jumping-wise, having to do, like, aerial stuff in this level, and the second one is extremely difficult. This one's kind of easier because you actually have platforms.
But I think that basically the Spider-Man sprite is too large. Like, he's so large that it makes it hard to be able to get through certain spaces. And that's why he, like, has problems with, like, jumping height and whatnot. Like, if the sprite wasn't so bulky and so big, wouldn't have that problem. But now we've got everything done. We've got everything activated, so it's time to get out of here and put an end to this. So I'm just running through everything. I've already cleared this hallway out of most things that I had killed before, except for that one. This one, I still don't care. And then we fall down the hole here, and we finally get to the battle with Venom, who just sucker punches me. And I try kicking him, but he does this, like, the web shield thing. So...
Bye!
Yeah, he's going to drop back in. He'll drop back in a second here. So I decide, you know what I'm going to try to do? Just, like, try to mix things up here. I am going to try a tactic. I'm going to get over here, and I'm just going to kick him as he comes close. You can see how much damage he does with each punch.
Yeah, it's funny how he just pieces out. He's like, see ya.
Yeah, he hits a few times, kicks, and then he's just like, I'm gone. And he comes back. So I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to use grenades.
There you go.
Unfortunately, he's tearing the shit out of me when I'm trying to select grenades. So I finally get the grenade selected. I've gone through like 3 lives at this point in time. I'm just waiting for him to come back and then just going to chuck grenades at him. And I can't tell if they're doing anything.
Yeah.
But if I recall correctly, the blue grenades are gas grenades, and the green grenades are like the sonic grenades. So I figure, okay, well, sonic grenades, sound hurts symbiotes.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I can't tell if they're doing anything because he doesn't flinch. So I can't tell if they're hurting him. I know that he's hurting me and tearing through my health bar.
Yeah, this would have been a good time for you to try out the Fantastic Four, actually.
I thought about that, but they were replaced by the key cards.
Yeah.
So I couldn't use them.
That didn't happen in the Sega version. Which is very weird, actually. I'm surprised they did that. I think they didn't think about it till afterwards. Like, we messed up.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm almost out of grenades. I'm still trying them just to see if they help expedite things. I don't think they are, but I throw them. But he's got the same tactic that he does each time. So the tactic of trying to fight him is basically you can get like 2 crouching kicks in. So you wait till he comes up to you and then you like kick him, try to crouch under what he's going to throw at you, and go from there. And I thought, okay, I'll get clever. I'm going to get a little bit closer to him, and he steps on me and I die. And now he's just running around somewhere having a grand old time.
Well, see, but this is pretty good, for you having not played this game that long ago, or like a long time ago, and where I play my Spider-Man Sega probably, I'm going to say every 2 years, maybe. I'll go through it real quick or something.
And see, I got the pattern down now. Like, for the most part, just crouch, get up to him, kick, repeat the process. So here he goes. He's going to... Oh, and I kill him.
Nice.
And then the symbiote fades off, and there he is in his boxers.
Eddie Brock.
And then we get game complete. But I do have a bit of resolution on mine, where it goes for a cutscene here. We're back in the city. And there's Spidey, and there's Venom again. New York at peace.
Wait,
there's
what the
first.
fuck?
We've got some unfinished business. Next time, stay out of my way or you'll be squished like a bug. Thanks for the free advice, Venom. But for now, I've done my job.
What?
And some overtime.
Uh-oh. Where's Ashley?
I knew you were going to say that. And then we just get the end credits.
That was weird. Like, so what? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I stopped Venom from killing the bad guys, and apparently that was enough. Venom's like, okay, well, if you're going to kill me, then, I won't do it.
Just don't call Firestarter. Or Firestar. Sorry, I fucking got it wrong again.
Firestarter?
Yeah.
Stephen King novel?
Yeah.
But this is a bad game. It's not that great. But you just watch me play through it, mistakes and all. I beat it in an hour and 10 minutes, so there's that. But would I want to play this again anytime soon? No, I really do not want to.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for watching. LJN game. Look at that.
Yeah. I'm glad you stuck around to watch it with me, though.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was. So from all of us here at Crypt of the Unknown, thank you for tuning in. Stefan, you're my favorite person to watch bad playthroughs with.
I had a lot of fun.
I'm glad. And to all of you out there, thanks for watching. We'll be back with more podcasts, more gameplay footage, and a bunch of other stuff to have fun with here on Crypt of the Unknown. So for now, the Crypt is closed.